As I was looking through my list of deck ideas the other day, a thought struck me. None of these decks are built around that weird rare I'd occasionally see in Neo drafts and think, why would anybody draft this? Light-Paws, Emperor's Voice, is a card that really wants you to play with auras, the second clunkiest card type in Magic. Even so, the idea of auras is intriguing to me. A beneficial ability that sticks around, and Light-Paws allows you to cheat more auras out of your deck?
Cheat, you say?
Opponent starts, plays a swamp. We'll play a plains and pass the turn. Opponent plays another swamp. No spells yet. Another swamp. Opponent plays Morbid Opportunist. A little card draw action. Okay, let's cast Light-Paws here. With Ossification in hand, we can start generating value on our next turn. Oof. March of Wretched Sorrow. Not thrilled, but we're okay. Opponent draws a card, gains some life, swing for 1. Shore Up is a good draw here. It'll keep our creatures upright, so let's cast Light-Paws again and hold up mana for Shore Up. Phyrexian Arena. Disfigure. We'll protect Light-Paws here. Alright, let's get this train rolling. Play Ossification, targeting the Morbid Opportunist. Light-Paw triggers. We'll get Combat Research. Combat Research will allow us to draw cards, and because Light-Paws is legendary, it'll also get +1/+1 and Ward 1. Let's get Virtuoso out here and pass the turn. Opponent draws an extra card. Go for the throat, sure. We'll let opponent pay for the ward cost, and then we'll cast Shore Up. Sorry, opponent. Let's put Raffine's Guidance on Virtuoso. Connive, another Virtuoso, bin that. Light-Paws triggers, but we've got nothing else to put on it right now. Attack, draw off Combat Research. Ooh, a mountain. Lightning. We can't have that. We've got lethal on board. Another March of Wretched Sorrow. Nothing we can do about that. Draw for turn. There's our last Light-Paws. Send the Virtuoso. Opponent down to 6. Down to 5. There's Shelly. That stabilizes things a bit for opponent. And another Lightning Strike. That really stabilizes things for opponent. We can cast Raffine's Guidance from the graveyard. Light-Paws trigger. We'll get Combat Research. We'll pass the turn here. That Phyrexian Arena Shelly combo doing work for opponent. We'd like to see one of our removal enchantments. Oh, Security Bypass will also work. Cast that. Nothing else to get off Light-Paws trigger. Send Light-Paws through. Draw a card off Combat Research. And Connive trigger from Bypass. Hello, Katilda. Play an island. And Katilda. Opponent draws for turn. Plays another Morbid Opportunist. And that's it. Good game. Alright, this is a keepable hand. Opponent starts. We'll play a Plains and pass. Denic, Pious Apprentice. Looks like opponent is playing Esper Legends, possibly. Let's just lock down Denic for now. Opponent's deck can get out of hand if we don't keep it in check. Opponent plays Raffine. Let's get Katilda out here. At least we can mitigate some damage with lifelink attacks. Or not. Denic slips out of our enchantment. Raffine attacks. Knives. We'll take the 2. Opponent misses a land drop. Maybe we can get back into this. Let's play out Virtuoso. And let's play Raffine's Guidance for the +1/+1 counters. Opponent found their land, and Shelly. Eek! Things are getting out of hand for opponent. Maybe we could just talk things out. Raffine attacks, connives, gain life off Shelly. We need something to stabilize. Let's get the Virtuoso in the air with Katilda. Ice Out is probably not going to help us right now. Swing in. Okay, that helps. Hopefully opponent doesn't have any removal. They cast Denick from the graveyard. Okay, this is good. Our security bypass will allow us to get through. Opponent sends the house, and they're going to get a lot of triggers and life gain here. Ossification. A little late, but better than never. Let's start by casting Bypass. I'd like to draw as many cards as possible and try to get removal. Next, we'll cast Combat Research. Well, I got what I wanted, but now I have to bin one. We'll cast Ossification, targeting Shelly, and swing in. We can draw a non-land card here. We'll win. Hello, Katilda, the true champ of this deck. Pump up the Virtuoso and swing for the win. Probably could have sequenced that better, but we'll take it. So this deck was pretty janky. In 10 best-of-3 matches in Platinum, it went 4-6. Playing out creatures on turn 2 was likely to get them killed, and that's if you even had creatures in your starting hand. The deck might benefit from additional creatures that care about enchantments, perhaps moving into Bant to get access to green creatures like Jukai Naturalist or Generous Visitor, or maybe the deck needs to be more controlling, ditching the glacially slow Ice Out for Make Disappear or Spell Pierce to control the early part of the game, allowing you to draw pieces that make the deck come together later. Something to consider when playing or modifying this deck is enchantments that can be connived and cast from the graveyard. You also might consider dropping the number of lands. I played 24, but seemed to flood way more than I expected. Katilda costs 5 from the graveyard, and that's the highest CMC spell in the deck. Overall, the deck is fun when it comes together, and I'd like to revisit it in the future with some tweaks. Maybe you can see the holes in the deck and make it sing. Give it a try, let me know. I'll see you on the next one.